Hi, this is Pastor Bob. Welcome to Pastor Bob Daily. It's about 5:30 in the morning. The sun is just coming up, and it's a beautiful day here in Tennessee. So I had an interesting question. Someone says, Pastor Bob, the reason that you're a Christian is that you've never asked the difficult questions. That's an interesting comment, and I thought it was really worth commenting on. So the difficult questions, and he means those questions that really challenge your faith, those questions that seem to be contrary to the faith. He says you've never really asked those questions. That's why you're a Christian. And can I say, folks, that I've asked those questions many times. I know those questions, and I haven't answered all of them. You see, well, Pastor Bob, how can you be a Christian if there seems to be some things that are contrary to the faith? And you know, there are a few of those things for me, very honestly. There are some questions that I can't answer. There are some things biblically that disturb me just a little bit because I can't quite understand it, and it seems contrary to Christianity and contrary to what I understand the nature of God to be. There, I said it. So where does that put us then? Well, you know, it puts me exactly the place that I've always been. It keeps me as a follower of Jesus Christ because I know enough about him to know who he is. And you see, I think that's the whole key. How well do I know him? I feel like I know him pretty well. I feel like I trust him very well because we've spent all of this time together, and I understand probably 95% of the Bible. It's been not only my resource for an owner's guide, but it's also been my foundation for life. And I feel like God moves in me. I feel like the Holy Spirit lives inside of me. I know he does. I know he's done miraculous things that I can't explain over and over and over again. And based on my experience, based on my study, I know him. And it doesn't really bother me that there are some things that seem contrary that I don't quite understand, because I understand so much of it, enough of it, to get involved. Now, that 5% bothers me sometimes, honestly. And that 5% makes a lot of people go another direction. Some of you that are listening to me today are atheists because you can't deal with the 5%, but you've forgotten the 95%. See what I'm saying? And you haven't done what you need to do with that. You know, I realize that being a Christian isn't just about trust, because I don't think God asks us for blind trust, but he does ask us to put our faith in his hands. And can I remind you, that faith is growing. It's always growing. You know, I'm always learning, and the 5% that I have today was 25% a few years ago, and then 20%, and then 15%. And am I saying that one of these days it'll be zero? I don't think so, because I'm really down to some pretty hard questions. And when people challenge me on some things biblically or some things in the faith that seem to be contradictory, there are times when I have to say, I don't know. But I have to then say, I know whom I have believed, and I'm persuaded that he is able to keep that which I've entrusted in him until that day. And you know, folks, that's the bottom line. If it was just about knowledge, well, that would be different. But it's not just about knowledge. It's about a relationship. And I've established that. I know him. He knows me. We have communication all the time. I feel the Holy Spirit working in me all of the time. And that's what makes the difference in my life. Do you see all of my animals here ready to be fed? Silently waiting for me to finish talking so they can eat. Well, folks, I hope you have a great day. God bless you.